Hey there, first grade. Miss Hershey, your art teacher here with another project. This is trimester 2, assignment number 4. Hopefully you have watched the video reading of Crazy Hair Dye by Barney Salzberg. It's one of my favorite books. I love it. I love Stanley and his little hiding in the bathroom and flushing the toilets. It's a very cute little book. So we are going to draw our own crazy hair day today, and we're going to learn some types of lines. So you're going to need a piece of paper. Regular drawing paper will work today because we're using marker or crayon, and you're going to need a Sharpie marker today. So we are going to start with our small circle template. So we're going to put it at the bottom of the page, as close to the bottom as you can get, and we're going to trace 2 circles. 1, 2, and that's going to be for our person's eyes. Okay? Now inside, we're going to freehand our own circles. We've never done eyes like this before, so this is going to be a big one for you guys. We're going to draw another circle on the inside, free-handed, on each eye. And my second circle got a little wonky. It happens. Okay? I'm going to draw another circle. Tiny little baby circle. Tiny little baby circle. Okay. Now we're going to color around our baby circle inside our medium circle. So we have big, medium, baby. We are going to color our medium circle black, and we're going to leave our big circle white and our baby circle white. And that makes our eyes look like they're reflecting light and a little bit cartoony, but better than just a circle with a dot, kind of in between there. And my eyes are not perfectly round, and that is okay. It's pretty hard to draw a perfectly round circle freehand, so do your best, okay? So you've got your eyes. Now we're going to do our forehead. So I'm going to draw a line coming up, curving in towards my eyes on each side. Okay? Then I'm going to do a line connecting the two, and that makes my forehead. And I don't know if we're making a person or a Stanley, but we're definitely making somebody with crazy hair. So now that we have our head, we're going to go ahead and we're going to color that. You can use crayons or markers. Now I'm going to use my Super Tips that we talked about, so I do have a flesh color. And I'm going to do blue eyes because that's the color eyes I have. So I'm going to do my eyes blue. And you guys can see the Super Tips are not the super fine. This is a good chance for you guys to see what these markers do. I love these markers. Some of my favorite markers to have in the art room. And then I'm going to do my face skin tone kind of pinky. This is a little bit more pinky than a normal person's skin, but it's close. This person has not gotten any sun. They are not very tan. Let's live somewhere very cold where there's no sun. You can see that when Miss Hershey colors, she colors in lines. I like to color in lines. I use my marker to draw lines that are filling in where I need my color to go. I think it's easier on my markers, and I think it fills in the space quickly. So you can try coloring like that if you want. Okay, if you are not ready, you go ahead and you pause this video and you finish coloring your person, and you go ahead and get that ready before we come back and continue with our lines. If you're ready to move on, then great. We're going to talk about some lines today. First line we're going to talk about is a vertical line. Vertical lines go up and down. They don't have to be straight, but they can be. So we're going to do a straight vertical line. Vertical is a direction that lines go. Next one we're going to do is a diagonal line. Diagonals go up and down and side to side at the same time. So I'm going to go to the corner of my paper on both sides, and that's a diagonal line. And I'm actually going to do 2 more diagonal lines just to break up, start giving my crazy hair character its crazy hair. Okay, so we've got some crazy hair going on up here. We've got a vertical and a diagonal. Now we're going to talk about some more interesting lines. We got some crazy different types of lines out there. The first one is going to be a wavy line. I'm going to go ahead up my hair with a wavy line. And I want you to do 3 wavy lines. So you can do them all in the same place or you can spread them out. I'm going to do one more here. Make like a wavy stripe. And then I'm going to do one over here right down the middle. There's my 3 wavy lines. Okay? And I'm going to put a little note right here that says 3 wavy. So you know what I'm looking for when I grade this. Okay? Next type of line is a zigzag. Zigzags can be kind of hard. They're kind of like a lightning line, or if you turn them sideways, a mountain line. But zigzags, again, I'm going diagonally. We're going to do 2 zigzags. 2 zig dash zags. Okay, I'm going to do another one over here, and I'm going to do this one a little closer. Okay, those are my zigzags. The next one that we need to talk about is a horizontal line. Horizontal lines go side to side. They're pretty regular. We did our vertical goes up and down. Our horizontals are going to go side to side. So I'm just going to do a couple in here. It's kind of hard to work these into the crazy hair, but we're going to do it. So I've got my horizontals there. And maybe we'll throw some in a little bit more later. So another type of line that we're going to talk about is a swirl. So a swirl, I'm going to come up and around and swirl. Then I'm going to come up and around and swirl, like a curl. You can call it a curl, a swirl, a spiral, whatever you want. But it definitely works for our crazy hair because it does look curly, like curly hair. And some people have curly hair. You can go back in and add some tinier ones if you want. Okay. And then the last line we're going to talk about is called well, it's actually called a curly line. It's a little bit more different. It's a little different than this. So we're going to go swirl around over top. So you're actually going over top itself, creating these loops. So a loopy line is actually a curly line. So I'm going to do a couple of those. You only have to have one, but I'm going to do a couple just because my hair is getting boring. We don't want our crazy hair to be too boring. All right, and then when you're done, you can add some more lines, or you can go ahead and color your hair. I'm going to add a couple more lines just because I feel like I have a lot of coloring ahead of me. Okay, I think I'm ready to color my crazy hair. So, our hair does not look anything like Stanley's in the book, but in the book he had red and blue Halloween hairspray that he sprayed his hair. So in honor of Stanley's red and blue hair, I'm going to do some red and blue on my hair. So I'm going to do this guy red here. And remember, Miss Hershey colors in lines. She's a little weird like that. It's okay. Being weird is okay. Do red in that one. And maybe, I like to do all my red at once when I color, just so that I know I'm done with that color. So I'm going to go ahead and do some red kind of everywhere. So I've got red there. I'm going to do a little red here. right, so there's red there. And then for Stanley, I'm going to do some blue. This is a different blue than the eyes. This is the dark blue like Stanley had in his hair. And for the rest of the video, I'm just going to be coloring. So you can skip to the end and see what I did. You can watch me color. You can color with me like we're coloring together. I'll probably keep talking, but it's not going to be anything too important. Or you can just pause it and color your sheet. But if you'd like to skip to the end, now would be the point where you could probably skip ahead and see. If I was better at editing videos, I'd speed this up, but I'm not. So let's see what else we can do blue. Now remember, you can be coloring with crayons today, or you can color with colored pencils. You don't have to use marker. I didn't say that at the beginning of the video, I'm sorry, but I'll post it in the description so that you guys as parents hopefully read it or you read it yourselves. But yeah, this is not a mandatory use of marker day. It's our first use of marker, but it's not mandatory. Okay, so that's my blue. So since I've already done red and blue, I'm going to go with my next primary color, which is yellow. But I'm not going to use regular yellow. I'm going to use this golden yellow. It might be a little bit darker, but I think I'm going to like it. Yeah, I do like that color. Looks a little orangey, but it's a golden yellow, kind of a mac and cheese color. Kraft mac and cheese, maybe. But I like it. It's a nice color. You can see I'm using each color 3 times. 1, 2, 3, oh, 4 for red actually. 1, 2, 3 for blue. So I should probably use more yellow or more blue maybe. This is going to be a lot to color. I'm going to save that one for the next color. And it's okay to move your paper when you're coloring. A lot of people don't do that, but I think it's easier to move your paper sometimes. Because I like this color, I'm going to do a lot of it. Okay, so I've got my primary colors in there, red, yellow, blue. Now I can start going with my secondary colors. So purple. I think I'm going to go with a light purple. Oops, and I dropped it. I'm going to go with a lighter purple instead of the traditional purple. Kind of clashes with my mac and cheese yellow, but that's okay. Because I don't love this color, I'm only going to do 2 sections this purple. Also, I'm starting to run out of sections. All right, my next secondary color would be green, and I'm going to do this lime green on this section here because this is my favorite color. I love lime green. If you would see my classroom, you would know that it is decorated with some lime green around it. A lot of yellow because the classroom, the floor is yellow. Didn't get to choose that, but I brought my lime green in too. My hand is starting to hurt. So if your hand's starting to hurt, you could take a break. I'm not going to because I want to finish this video out. My marker's dying a little. All right. And my last secondary color would be orange. We've already got our mac and cheese color in there, but let's do a true orange. Ooh, it doesn't look that much different than our mac and cheese yellow. So you can see the point of this crazy hair is to use a lot of different colors, and we talked about some different lines. So while I'm coloring, we'll review some stuff. So our primary colors that we learned our first week are red, yellow, and blue. You can say it with me. The primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. Our secondary colors are orange, green, and purple. Say it with me. Our secondary colors are orange, green, and purple. We did our scarecrow where we used our primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. We did our frog where we used our secondary colors, orange, green, and purple. And now we're kind of moving out of color theory and into lines. So these are our lines, our Crazy Hair Day. So we had Barney Salzberg read us his book, Crazy Hair Day. And then we did our little crazy person here. And we learned some different types of lines. So we'll review those really quickly. Straight up and down is vertical. Side to side is horizontal. Up and down and side to side is diagonal. We have wavy. We have zigzag. We have swirl, we have curly. Those are all our different types of lines. So I want you guys to finish coloring these. I'm about done with mine. And then just like every week or every assignment, you're going to have your parent help you take a picture. You're going to send it to me on Schoology. And then you're going to take this beautiful piece of artwork that you've made and you're going to hang it up somewhere in your house. And if you have been hanging all your stuff up, you're starting your own little gallery. That's what it's called. A collection of art hung up is called a gallery on display. If you're making your own little art gallery, your first grade gallery, I would love to see a picture. If they're all on your fridge or on a certain wall in your house, I would love to see a picture of all your art together too. I think that'd be really cool for me to see because I can't hang it up here at school. I do hang up a lot of work in the hallway, but I can't hang up yours, so I'd love to see how you guys are displaying it at home. And if you happen to be one of those people who might be Zooming your family, maybe you can't see your grandparents, your aunts and uncles or somebody and you're Zooming them, you could always be showing them your artwork on Zooms. Fun little pick-me-up for people who are stuck at home, because maybe they can see some art. So just giving you guys some ideas as I wrap up my crazy hair person here. It's her, she feels a little crazy because she's talking to herself in the classroom, making this video. All right, I got one more. I need one more color. I think I'm gonna use my bright green because I only used it once, and I think it's recharged. Yes, it's nice and recharged. working again. Let's touch up this area. I did a bad job. All right. So first grade, that is it. That is our second trimester project number 4, Crazy Hair Day, the book by Barney Salzberg, and our Crazy Hair Day line drawings. I hope you learned a lot today about lines and had some fun reviewing our color theory. Go ahead and submit your pictures of this. I can't wait to see them. Bye, guys.